So okay, so on number 10 here, we're trying to graph this equation, but you don't see transformations, right? They're not listed out there because this is in standard form, so you can't see the transformations off the bat. This is the one where we're going to have to estimate the graph based on the vertex and the y-intercept, okay? So we need to find the vertex first. So what are the three things I should identify right off the bat? A, B, and C. What is A? 1. Okay, A is 1, B is -6, and C is
4.
That's right. Okay, so remember, we need to find the vertex and the y-intercept. So for the vertex, we're going to use the formula negative b over 2a. So that's going to be negative, what's b? Negative 6 over 2 times 1, that's right. And if we simplify that, that's going to be, what's negative 6? 6 over 2. And what does 6 over 2 simplify to? 3. So that's going to be 3. So the x value of my vertex is 3. Now I need to find the y value of my vertex, and how do I do that? Plug 3 into the x's, right. So it's going to be 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 4, right. And so let's simplify this. What is 3 squared? 9. And then negative 6 times 3? Negative 18 plus 4. And what does that come out to? Negative 5. So my vertex is at 3, negative 5. So let's go ahead and write that in on the right side over here where it asks for vertex. It's going to be 3, negative 5. So that's one of my points. Let's graph that. 3, negative 5 right there. That's the vertex, okay? Also, if that's the vertex, I can also tell what the axis of symmetry is, right? And so what is my axis of symmetry? X equals 3, right, because the axis of symmetry always goes through the vertex. Okay, now we need to find the y-intercept, right, and then we'll be pretty much ready. So the y-intercept, how do we find what that is? It's going to be at 0, 4. And where did that 4 come from?
The original equation.
It's the c value of the original equation, right? So 0, 4. So let's graph that then. That's the y-intercept, 0, 4 right here. So now that I've graphed the y-intercept at 0, 4, I should be able to find another point using the y-intercept and the axis of symmetry. So how do I do that? Reflect it across the axis of symmetry, right? So it's going to go like this. It's 1, 2, 3 spaces away, so I'm going to go 3 spaces in the opposite direction. And so my point after I reflected would be at 6, 4, right? And so now that I have 3 points, I can connect these for my parabola, like this. And now we're ready to go through and find all the attributes they ask for. So what is the domain of this function? Right, negative infinity to infinity. What is the range? Negative 5, that's the lowest point.
Negative 5
to infinity, right? And what are my symbols around each?
Bracket and parentheses.
That's right. And now what are my x-intercepts? Once again, I need to estimate, so right here, about right here, and about here. What are those 2 points?
Point five
0.50
zero.
and 5.5, 0. It really doesn't matter as long as it's close, somewhere close, you know. So 5.50 and 5.50, that looks pretty right. So there we go. That's our 2 estimated x-intercepts. Does this open up or down? Up. So is the vertex a min or a max?
Min.
Min. And what is that minimum value?
Negative 5.
Negative 5. And that is number 10.